GRAME TUCKETT Last updated 1943, September 28, 2017. Flatliners opens in New Zealand cinemas on September 28. Flatliners are 13, 110 minutes directed by Niels Ardenoplev. One half after a couple of decades watching mainstream movies, you learn there are certain immutable rules of the multiplex universe that are seldom disobeyed. Every Asian person is a genius, is one. All police investigations will involve a visit to a strip club, is another. And anyone driving a car, while chatting to their adorable child passenger is about to have a crash, is a third. So, I guess we can give Flatliners at least 1 star for knowing the cliches of script writing. Ellen Page has barely glanced at her freckle-faced sister in the passenger seat of the Volvo she is piloting before she is swerving to avoid an inconveniently parked digger and hurtling off the side of a bridge and into the river below. Now I think about it, safety barriers on bridges never work is probably another movie cliche we can add to our list. Even the impressive acting talents of Ellen Page can't save Flatliners. Read more 5 must-see movies headed to Kiwi cinemas in September. Review Selfless. Fast forward 9 years and Page, having aged not a day and giving a whole new definition to the term slumming it, is a senior student at a prestigious medical school in an unnamed American city. We know that Page is preoccupied with the possibility of life after death, mostly because director Niels Ardenoplev, with an almost endearing clumsiness, inserts a couple of quick shots of Page reading from a badly bodged-up web page called Is There Life After Death? Another 10 minutes of screen time passes before Page hits on the idea of getting her uniformly attractive and bland co-students to stop her heart for a couple of minutes so she can find out for herself. Why she thinks this will work is never made clear. Maybe she got the idea from watching an old 1990 Brat Pack thriller called Flatliners, or perhaps her professor Kiefer Sutherland, who is apparently reprising his role in this 2017 film, but who actually just drops by for 5 minutes of screen time and a producer's credit, gave her the idea. Page arrives back from her 2 minutes in the great beyond happily enough, but it's not long before something that looks and sounds like her ex-little sister is scampering around at the edges of her vision and making mischief with the household appliances. Flatliners has some half-decent moments. Ardenoplev has more fun with an old elevator than anyone since Alan Parker was hurtling Mickey Rourke down to hell in Angel Heart. Please, God, don't let anyone remake Angel Heart. And a brief sequence with nothing more threatening than an old shower curtain and some sound effects is perfectly effective. But, mostly, Flatliners is exactly the fragrant pile of poo the trailers have been promising. The cast get their lines out and manage not to trip over the furniture, but only Page and Kiersey Clemens seem like anything other than disposable props in Ben Ripley's terminally toothless script. Listen, if I sat down and watched the 1990 original tonight, it's more than likely I'd think it was a laughably daft load of old rubbish as well. But that film exists in an adolescent sweet spot of my movie-going life, which I think it earned. I really can't imagine anyone, in 2 decades' time, looking back on this Flatliners iteration with anything approaching fondness. In fact, I can't really imagine anyone remembering it at all. Stuff.